So here you need to explain which are the different types of strategic management. Explain any two significant strategic analysis techniques. So like here we can write SWOT analysis. So you need to write the nature as well as the scope of business policy, the origin of business policy, anything like this. So they can ask, write a note on production strategy or even marketing strategy also they can ask. Hi and a warm welcome to all dear students. I, JWsir, Commerce Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, this session is related to your model question paper for business policy. So students, here the total question paper will be for the examination will be for 80 marks, and it is been divided into three parts. One is part A, part B and part C. Part A consists of 5 marks, part B it is for 10 marks and part C for 15 marks. So like this, the allotment of the marks is been divided for out of total 80 marks. And which are the most likely questions which may appear in your examination. So those questions have been put in this particular model question paper. And all the answers for this particular model question paper, it is already done and it is there. You can see your that is your YouTube classes, concept classes. Then already it has been discussed again in the live Q&A session, and also it has been discussed in your revision classes, as well as in the notes also you can refer for the answers for this particular questions. Now coming to the part A for your business policy in the examination. As I told you, the question paper will be divided into three parts: part A, part B and part C. So in part A, I told you that it is for 5 marks. So the questions here, you need to answer any 4 questions out of the following. 5 to 6 questions are there. So out of this, any 4 you can answer. So which carries 5 marks each. So 4 5s is 20. So 20 marks you get from part A. So the questions may be like this: explain different types of strategic management. So here you need to explain which are the different types of strategic management. So next is explain the different types of strategy. See, for 5 marks, you just write 5 points and at least 2 to 3 lines. If you explain, surely you will get 5 marks. Explain the different types of strategy. Then write a note on portfolio analysis. So you need to write something which is related to portfolio analysis, a short note. Don't write in brief for 5 marks, a short note regarding portfolio analysis. Then write a note on production strategy. Production strategy, or they can ask you like HR strategy, or it can be logistic strategies, right, or competition strategies. Anything like this. So they can ask, write a note on production strategy, or even marketing strategy also they can ask. Marketing strategy. So they can ask, write a note on production strategy, or they can ask regarding human resources strategy, HR strategy, logistic strategy, competition strategy and marketing strategy. Then write a note on profit centers. So you have to write what is a profit center and how the profit centers in the organization, how the profit centers have been divided and how they will generate the incomes in the form of profit centers in the division or in departments. Then write a note on market segmentation. So about market segmentation, you have to write a note, a small note. So this is all about 5 marks. As I told you, again repeat that for 5 marks, they will ask you answer any 4 questions. They will ask you answer any 4. Out of, they may give 5 questions or 6 questions. Out of that, you have to answer any 4. Choices are there. So, and each carries 5 marks each. So it will be 20 marks. So 20 marks you get in this particular part A. Now coming to part B, it is of 10 marks. So you need to answer any 3 questions, and there may be 4 or 5 questions will be there. Out of that, choices are there. Out of that, any 3 you need to answer. So you get 3 into 10. So it is 10 marks each. So 3 into 10, 30 marks you get. So again 30 plus 20, it comes to 50 marks. Already you have got 50 marks here, both part A and part B, A plus B, both. So if you answer any three, you get 30 marks here. So the questions may appear like this: explain the functional concepts, marketing and HR strategy. So they can ask you to answer and explain about the functional concept, then about marketing and HR strategy. Then also they can ask you like explain any two significant strategic analysis techniques. So like here we can write SWOT analysis, then it can be TOWS, TOWS, TOWS matrix, or it can be portfolio analysis also can be written. Any two, they are asking, any two significant strategy analysis techniques. Then explain briefly about human resource management. So you need to explain in detail about the HRM. Then explain. So here you need to answer first. You have to give the definition, meaning, definition, then importance, then the elements. If it is there is elements or characteristics or characteristic features we say, or it can along with that we have to write. It is for 10 marks. So some 5 points you can write the characteristic features, as well as if there are some advantages and disadvantages. Then explain the TOWS analysis, they can ask, or explain the SWOT analysis like this. So here it fetches you 30 marks if you answer 3 questions out of 4 to 5 questions. Now coming to part C, 15 marks. So out of this 5 questions, you can answer any 2. So you need to answer any 2. They can ask you 4 questions also they can give and ask you to write any 2, or they can give 5 questions and also they can ask you to answer any 2. So which carries 15 marks each. So it comes to 30. So there already 50 is there, 50 plus 30 it becomes to 80. So total question paper will be for 80 marks. So which are the questions, most likely questions which may appear for 15 marks, like explain the nature and scope of business policy. So you need to write the nature as well as the scope of business policy, the origin of business policy, all this you can write under this particular question. Then secondly, explain vision, mission statement. So they can ask you to explain what is a vision and along with that what is the mission. So here you need to write the definition of vision and the meaning of vision, and the vision statements also you have to write. Likewise, mission, the meaning of mission, the the meaning definition, as well as the mission statements and examples also you need to give. And also sometimes they may ask you about the objectives also. They may ask you to explain mission statements or objectives or goals. So all this also can be asked for 15 marks. Then explain the stages in the formulation of a strategy. Explain the various stages in the formulation of a strategy. So first is the formulation, then analyzing, then evaluating, right? So all this different stages in the formulation of a strategy can be explained. Then explain the leadership and behavioral challenges. So even here you have to write the meaning of the leadership, then the different styles of leadership, autocratic, laissez-faire, right? Then transformational, so transgressional, all these kind of different kinds of leadership styles and the advantages, disadvantages. Then also you can write the leaders versus manager, the difference between the leader versus manager, and also the various good qualities of a good leadership, or we can write the qualities of a good leader, we can say. So all this if you write for 15 marks, surely you will get 15 marks here. Then lastly, case studies. So they can ask you any case studies related to that particular business policy or strategic management. So they'll give a case study, then ask you, there'll be some questions on that and you need to answer. Like how to improve that particular area of business, or how to improve that particular business, what are the important decisions that the managers has to take. Like this, it will be like a paragraph where they will be analyzing, the abstract will be given about that particular case study and some questions will be there. So accordingly, you need to go through that case studies and you need to answer it, right? So students, regarding case studies, already I have explained in your concept classes. Also it is given in the notes. So please refer the concept classes, that is YouTube classes, as well as the notes also. So it will be helpful for you on part of examination related to case studies. So for all these questions, the answer is there in your concept class, that is in the YouTube classes which I have done. Plus it is already again been discussed in your live Q&A sessions. If you have attended, you will be knowing it, right? As well as it is there in your revision class also and in your notes. So the answers, everything is there in all the 4 things. You will get the answers for all these questions. So there is no doubt that easily you can score 80 out of 80 if you refer all these 4 things. That is your YouTube classes if you watch and understand, then live Q&A if you attended, as well as your revision class, as well as your notes. So everything is been given to you. Now it is your duty to study and see that you get through in the examinations, come out with flying colors. So I wish you all the best, students, for your examination as well as for your bright future. So I wish you all the best for your examination. Do well in the examination, study well, do well, and come out with flying colors. Wish you all the best for your exams as well as for your bright future. Thank you.